If you want to dominate every single fight in ranked, then you've come to the right place. I am one of the top ranked players this season, and today I'm going to show all of you 8 different ways to become a god at fighting to make sure you never lose a fight again. So if you guys do enjoy, make sure to like and subscribe, go follow my TikTok, check out my Twitch. I'll start streaming on there once I hit 100 followers, but now onto the video. So first off, if you want to consistently win fights in ranked, you need to understand how to read your opponent's body language. This is going to be the easiest way that you guys can piece control your opponents and pick up free kills. So an example of this would be right here. In front of me, I see a bunch of people fighting on this hill, but I notice there's one player below all of them. And when I realize he is in there, I'm able to shoot the sticky launcher and I'm able to get a bunch of opening damage. Notice how I'm closing the distance while I shoot the sticky though. That means that I get close to the player before he can realize what's happening. I'm able to crack him and I'm able to apply some pressure. He's in a really awkward position right now, and I realize when I get onto his wall and I'm applying pressure, he places a ramp. This means he's probably going to try and double it up. So all I'm going to do is when he builds up, I'm going to hold out a wall in his face. This will block him from trying to make a box. I can then edit on him and he won't be able to do anything, and then I can pick up a simple kill. But again, after I get that kill, notice how I instantly block off high ground so that those other players can't look at me just in case they were going to. So make sure when you're fighting players, you're reading their body language and you're understanding their movements. Now, to become a god at fighting in ranked, you need to learn how to end fights quickly, because this season third parties are basically inevitable. So really quickly, let's show all of you an example of how to deal with third parties properly so you stop dying in ranked. So in this fight right here, I'm going to see this player boxed up below me and I see his wall is weak, so I'm going to use my mammoth plus my pump to crack this player. And then I see that this cone is flipped up, so I'm going to use it to phase into his box and then pick up my first kill. But as I pick up the kill, I know there's another third party coming, so as soon as I pick it up, I'm not going to be greedy for the loot, and I'm instantly going to expand and create a 2x1 of space. This is very important because right after I create that 2x1, this player tries to jump into that box. But since I have that extra space, I'm able to avoid getting pieced up, and now I can switch to my hard bats and create some extra space. Now when this player does push me, I need to do counter damage so he'll stop pushing me and then I can be the aggressor. So when this player pushes up to my wall, he shoots it, I'm able to mammoth him, we trade, but I out damage him, and I realize he's going to move up to the right side. So I pre-piece that area in case he walks into there, but then I realize he's running to the right, so I double edit that area to see if he goes in there, but he stays in that old box, so I shoot the floor and then I spray it out, and I'm able to get some more damage on the player. At this point, he's super weak and I need to keep it that way. And when I drop onto the player's wall, I realize he's elevated by 1 layer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold out a cone. This will put the cone in the other player's box, and now he's forced to make a decision. He either has to fight me or he has to leave the box. So I fake pickaxe swing on the player to bait him to leave the box, and when he goes out to the left, I see that and I'm able to hit a window edit and then place a cone above him, and I'm able to catch him off guard and pick up a kill and get all of this good loot. And after I do pick up this kill, you'll notice that a third party is trying to crouch up on me. So it's very important after you get a kill, you always expand just in case someone like this guy is trying to sneak up on you. Moving on now, I want to talk about the main reason that you're dying in ranked, and that is being too greedy. A lot of players will get a kill, they'll go for the loot, they won't worry about what's around them, and they'll either get shot in their back or they'll just die. So let's show this fight as an example. As you can see, I see this player on low ground, I'm holding him with a mammoth pistol, and I'm going to crack him. Now when I crack this player, I'm going to start to push him, but in the back of my head, I know there's one other player alive, and if he hears me fighting this guy, he's going to come and clean me up. I also remember the zone is pulling back to where I am, so if I get this kill, I can't stay at the backup zone for too long. Now while I push this player, I start to spray with my AR, but I'm not going to go up in his face because zone would be on my back if I did that. Now when I'm spraying this player, he's now forced to push me or he's going to die to zone. When I see him ramping up, I know he's probably going to place one more ramp. And when he does this, I'm able to then cone him early, and then I'm able to place a wall, make a peanut butter edit. Notice how I'm protected though. Right now from my POV, I can see the player. But from the other player's POV, you can see that he can't see me. And that means I'm able to full piece this player and pick up a kill. But after I pick up the kill, notice how I don't even go for the loot. I know the other player heard us fighting and he's going to want to clean us up to win this game. So instantly after I get the kill, I turn around and face the other player fighting me. That way, he doesn't have time to push me. This allows me to get back up on high ground, take my time to reload my guns, and then I was able to win this game just because I wasn't greedy. So make sure if you want to become a better and smarter fighter, you're not too greedy in the wrong situations. Now I think we can all say that we've ran into players in rank that are super aggressive and want to jump into your box. But one of the best ways to counter players like this and come out on top in fights is by baiting your opponent into a position they're not comfortable with. A simple example of that would be right here. I'm chilling behind a corner and this guy comes out of nowhere and he starts to push me. And you can't build in half the parts of this building, so I know I need to get into a different area. So I go through this window and then I block off my back and I create some space. When I see this player approaching my box, I'm going to try and bait him to come down to a lower layer so I can cone him. So I back up, I'm holding my wall to see what I can do, but he changes angles and he runs over my top. When he does this, he falls onto this box right here. So I'm going to hold out a wall to block his shot, and then I'm going to edit a peanut butter edit and then hold out a cone far away. This means I've now blocked the player and he can't go anywhere. I then shoot the wall from a protected peak. See how right now I'm protected, and then I can steal the wall and make a wide edit. Right now, this is my POV. I can see the other player easily, but right now the other player can't see me at all. And all of these builds are mine, so all I have to do is pump the player, jump once. Now after I do get that first hit of damage, I accidentally do break my own wall, but notice how I keep myself on a right hand peak the whole time. See how I'm fully protected? If we look at my POV right now, I'm protected from the wall with the right hand peak. But from where the other player is standing, you can see that he can't see me at all. And this means I still have a right hand peak and I'm able to pump the player a final time and then pick up a simple kill. So make sure you're doing things like this to consistently come out on top against aggressive players. Moving on now, let's talk about one of the best ways to become a better fighter in endgame and win games consistently, and that is forcing kills. Understanding sometimes that you don't have good enough loot to win the game is super important. So for example, in this endgame right here, I don't have a sticky launcher, and I know the player below me that was spamming stickies earlier does. And when I get myself in a good position on high ground, this other player with the sticky launcher starts to spam me again. And as you can see, I don't have a lot of mats. So if I want to win this game, I either need to kill this player or get him super weak so he'll stop spamming me. So I decide that I should push this player and get him out of the lobby. So I instantly jump down on him, catching him off guard. I'm able to mammoth him and then get a little bit of damage. And then I'm able to spray this player out, chop him, and make sure he dies to fall damage. This is very important because I've killed the other player in the lobby with the best loot, and that means that the rest of my game is going to go a lot smoother. Also, this doesn't only apply just for endgame, you can use this in any scenario. For example, this is me chilling in a box. As you can see, there's one player in front of me, there's also a player right below me that's camping, and then there's another player up here on the hill. Now right now, I have basically no HP to my name, and if I try and leave this box right now, I'm just going to get shot in my back by this player up here and I'm going to die. But Ranked has added back Siphon to the game, so if I get a kill right now, I can get my health up and I can leave. So when I see this player get damaged, I know this is my chance. I hit the player in the back, and then I hit him for a second time, picking up a kill. But not only does this kill give me Siphon, it also gives me a window to run out of here. Because before I killed this player, I was pinched by 3 players and I wouldn't be able to leave. But since I get that kill, this side of the map has now opened up, and that gives me a window to run out to. And then all I have to do is run over to the body that I killed, and now I've gotten my mats up and my health up. So make sure you're applying this tip to any fight you get into. Moving on, let's talk about another great way that you can consistently win ranked fights, and that is changing angles. Changing angles is one of the best ways to catch your opponent off guard and either pick up a kill or piece control them. For example, right now I'm chilling on low ground and this other player is trying to push me and jump into my box. Now when this player drops onto my wall, I'm going to edit out to the right side and I'm going to try and piece up the box, but he phases into my box and he's able to get out. Now when he gets out, he's then going to elevate a layer and he's going to get up on high ground. Now when this player swings on this wall right here, he places the wall above him, so I know he can't see me right now and I know he's going to have tunnel vision. So instead of going right here where he wants me to go, I'm going to change the angle up and sprint while carrying my momentum and editing. This will catch the player off guard, see how he's still looking down, but now I'm up on high ground. I'm able to then pump him and then mammoth him and pick up a simple kill in just a few seconds just because I changed an angle once. So make sure you're doing things like this if you want to consistently come out on top in fights. Now, if you want to become a better fighter, but you also just want to become a smarter fighter in general, you need to learn how to create space properly, because a lot of people will limit themselves to 1 or 2 boxes and they're not creating enough space, and this means they're more likely to get jumped in on and die. So in this fight right here, for example, this player is trying to get up on high ground with me. I'm going to drop onto his lair. I'm going to get a little bit of damage, and then he's going to place a wall in front of me. When he places this wall, I need to create space so I don't die. So I flip up the cone in front of me to block his shot, and then I edit out the 3 tiles to my left, and then I reset the cone. This sets me up for a peanut butter peek and also allows me to create a 2x1 of space. When the player tries to drop onto my roof, I then make sure to create extra space so that he can't drop on that side. I then realize this wall isn't mine, so I take it back, and now this player is forced to make a decision on which side he wants to drop to. And he drops onto the side that I want him to, and now I have a perfect peak set up with that peanut butter. And since I created that space, set it up, I'm able to jump in the air, mammoth headshot dink him, and pick up a really quick kill. Now that is going to wrap up this video, so if you guys did enjoy, make sure to like and subscribe, go follow my TikTok, go follow my Twitch, and if you want to see my full fighting guide, go check this video out. But with that, I'm out. Peace.